Okay, welcome back. So, last we left off, we looked at if statements in order to get our rocket to move according to the right, left, up, and down arrow keys. This lesson, we're going to get one step closer. We're going to introduce a topic called local versus global variables. And then finally, we should have enough information to make this work the way we want to. So, we're going to jump into the code that I have here. And I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff I was playing around with here. And basically what we have is our rocket. Currently, it's just set to like position 40 and 40. Previously, it was set to mouse X and mouse Y. And that was defining, okay, as we move our mouse around, we'll move this rocket. There's one more topic I need to introduce before we're able to do the logic of, okay, if I click right, go right, if I click left, go left. And that is what's called local and global variable scope. So again, I'm going to comment everything out. And I'm going to write two functions. I'm going to write function cat. And I'm going to write function dog. Now, a function is just like a block of code. And we can then call a function by saying that. So we have functions over here, draw and setup, and the library P5 is calling those, but we're calling the, one of these ones. So we have cat and dog. And now inside of them, I can write my code. So inside of cat, I can say console.log meow. And inside of dog, I can say console.log bark. Hit run, we should see meow bark. Now, if I define a variable inside of cat, I say let a is equal to 5, and then I go console.log a, right? So I'm saying print out the value of a. I'm going to hit run, and we get meow 5 bark. Cool. What happens if I do this? If I say console.log a and dog, I'm going to hit run, and we get an error. Reference error, a is not defined. What is happening is that the computer doesn't know what a is for dog, because every time a function runs, a scope, or like a house, if you want to call it that, like a border, is created around that function. And so it means only the variables that it has access to are utilized or created. So inside of cat, we created a. So it means within the borders, within the scope of a, we have cat, we have access to a. But within the scope of dog, we don't have access to a. So dog has no idea what a is. If I say let a is equal to 7, then this will be fine. I'm going to get meow 5 from this line of code, 7 from this line of code, bark. And we have two variables, a, well, a is one, well, it's two variables because it's under two different scope with two values, 5 and 7. So this is what's called a local scope. So I can call this something like a local variable, right? We wouldn't actually call it that. You use other names to name your variables usually. But it's called a local variable because it's only defined to the scope of cat. However, if I say let a is equal to 5 over here, outside of the functions, then I'm doing something called a global variable. Now, a is created in the general scope of the whole program. So both cat and dog have access to it. So I hit run and I get meow 5 bark, because both this a and this a is referring to the same variable. Okay, so that's a basic introduction to local and global scope.